say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
To celebrate our nation, that was Skylar Cole with tonight's national anthem performance.
Yes, yes, y'all. You don't stop. KRS Yes, y'all.
We're wearing our costumes. We hope you are too. Happy Halloween as 2K Sports presents the NBA. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And joining us from the sidelines is David Aldridge. And checking out Utah's opening lineup, the pairing up front, it'll be Collins and Kessler. Wing pair will be Sexton and Markkanen. And it's George in at the one spot. And for Dallas, at one forward, Thompson. At the other forward, Washington. The star backcourt, Doncic and Irving are the guard set. And it's Gafford in at center. Coming into this game, Stan, it's clear who the media thinks will win. We've been reading about it and hearing about it for the last couple days.
Yeah, but Kevin, you know, none of us in the media know what we're talking about. It's just a lot of speculation. And look, it's a cliche, but it's also true. The games aren't won on paper, they're won out on the court, and anyone in the NBA can beat anyone else on a given night.
Which makes me look forward to this one.
Absolutely.
Now George, after the missed three from Klay Thompson. Kessler, a screen on Irving, 6 to shoot. Sexton against Irving. The shot by Sexton, no good. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. And the rejection by Collins. Sexton against Irving. Outside, Sexton. Pass to Markkanen from the arc. The basket good off the assist from Sexton.
For three.
Markkanen's got the first 3 points of the night up on the board for the Jazz. After bursting onto the scene as a rookie, Coach Van Gundy, expectations certainly increased for Walker Kessler.
Yeah, and Kevin, I think he's handled those expectations well. He knows who he is. He's first and foremost a defensive rim protector and a rebounder. He's a rim runner on offense. He's a pick and roll guy. And he knows that he's got to continue to grow in the other areas.
Here's George after the Mavericks pick up 3. Markkanen passes to Sexton. And Sexton slams it in.
Yeah, give it to Sexton. He can get up and finish.
For Dallas, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Washington against Collins. Thompson for 3. And it's John Collins with the rebound. Jazz have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Markkanen dishes to George. Nice ball movement by Utah. Sexton on the wing. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Coming off that win against Minnesota.
Yeah, proficiency from range, away from home, much easier said than done. They played a terrific ball game.
Yeah, great three-point shooting is so often what swings a game these days. When they're rolling from outside, they're tough to beat. Well, great to see in-sync offense like this. The pass is perfectly timed, and Collins rises up and puts it down.
And so Doncic will bring it up for Dallas.
Timeout.
Mavericks
Trailing by
timeout
4.
call.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys.
You know what's happening, man. Here comes your D-Town crew.
And Utah making a change here. Sensabaugh is checked in. No one had more success at the foul line last season than this group of players. Klay Thompson, number 1.
And no doubt he finished the season right where he should have on that list. He was far and away the best free throw shooter in the league.
Jazz on D. Gafford finds Irving. Gafford sets the pick for Irving. Driving to the basket. Gafford inside. He's covered by Kessler. Shot clock at 6. A second chance effort. Good as the jump shot falls.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
And for the Jazz, the last few seasons, Coach, have been a period of rebuilding.
Yeah, it has, Kevin. You know they acquired a lot of draft capital when they traded Gobert and Mitchell, and they've since drafted a lot of young talent and still have plenty of picks to work with.
Now Irving, after Lowry Marketing misses from long range. Irving passes to Doncic. Out to Thompson, shoots the 3. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic.
And this is Thompson's calling card, an exceptional shooter from downtown.
Outside, Sexton. Here's George. And the rejection by Gafford. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Lowry Marketing.
So Stan, most teams right now still trying to capture that rhythm, that right rhythm. To coaches, I'm sure it's obvious who has done that and who is still struggling to get that rhythm.
Absolutely, Kevin. On a team-wide basis and on an individual player basis, you can figure out who really understands what's supposed to be happening on the floor. You can see when a team is flowing and everything is working together. But then the hard part is to be consistent with that night after night.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. Najee Marshall comes in for Klay Thompson. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Second free throw, no good.
The all-around game of Doncic is impressive. A walking triple-double threat every night.
Clarkson outside. Pass to Sensabaugh. 5 to shoot. Sexton for 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Sexton's got 5 points so far.
Well, look, if you're guarding Sexton in pick-and-roll action, you have to stop the ball first.
Dinwiddie outside. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Dallas has gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. From downtown, and it's Utah with the rebound. There's 53 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Sensabaugh. No good on the 3. For Dallas, they've gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Pass to Washington. Dallas moving it around. Doncic against Clarkson. Doncic kicks to Marshall. Off target with his 3. Last outing for Utah, it was a loss to the Kings. Eubanks finds Clarkson. And he banks in the layup.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
It's a tie game in Dallas. And we've got more action coming your way after this break. It's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And with each made three, their confidence continues to build. Their opposition might want to change their approach to try to slow them down.
And it's Utah's ball. They host the Spurs after this one. That game is the first and last of their homestand. So on the floor for Utah, Collins is out there with Drew Eubanks. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. And it sends the ball in at the 3 slot. Now, here's Clarkson. Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing. Basket counts.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
The Mavericks trailing. Dinwiddie passes to Irving. And it's John Collins with the rebound. And so Clarkson will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. That shot wide open. Preston's got the lead up to 5 now for the Jazz.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Dallas has gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Dinwiddie wide open. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Dinwiddie's got his second basket of the night.
Merciless answer from Dinwiddie. He says, I can do that as well.
Pass to Collins. Collins. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Dinwiddie passes to Lively. Here's Grimes. 9 points last game. Just 5 on the clock. Lively sends a screen for Dinwiddie. From outside, off the mark. Jazz leading by 4. John Collins was a force in his first few years, Stan, but hasn't seemed to match that level of success since that time. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think there's a few reasons, Kevin. Number one, I just think it's a lot about opportunity. And he went from being the number 2 guy on a team to being the 3rd, 4th, even at times 5th guy on the floor. So he's not getting as much opportunity. He doesn't have as much opportunity to play some of his minutes as a center now, and that was always where he could get a quickness advantage. So even where he is now, though, this guy is a very good player and has gotten to the point he's underrated.
There's Dinwiddie after Jordan Clarkson's bucket. From deep. And with that, the Jazz lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Dinwiddie.
That's number 2 for him from long range in the quarter, his 3rd overall.
And Will Hardy is called timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about.
All right, fans, it's dance time. Get ready to dance like everyone's watching.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. The Jazz making a switch here.
On the court.
Kessler finds Mills. Here's Clarkson. It's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
Well, he's a reason why they're winning right now. He's been efficient offensively, and his confidence continues to grow.
On the wing, Thompson. He's covered by Clarkson. And here's Doncic from the arc. Kessler with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Mills looking it over. Pass to Sensabaugh. 6 on the shot clock. Markkanen kicks to Mills. Launches it. It's rebounded by Dallas. Following this one, they get to host the Rockets. The 3 for Doncic. Doncic knocks in the 3.
The defense a step slow. You can see the result.
Kessler screen on Thompson. To the paint. Pass to Sensabaugh.
2 minutes.
Now, here's Clarkson. That shot off. Good D by Thompson. And there's a minute 45 left to play in the first half.
Known as a shooter, Thompson's size allows him to score inside as well.
The Jazz have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Some dishes to Markkanen. Here's the screen. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
And coach, you watch Markkanen. He's a perfect fit for today's NBA, isn't he?
Yeah, a big guy who can shoot the ball, Kevin. And look, he's learned to put the ball on the floor, go to the basket. He's a lot stronger than people give him credit for. This guy can really play the game.
That free throw good for Markkanen.
And what I love about Markkanen, he takes care of the basketball, and that's a result of being patient, playing smart, and just generally getting his points within the flow of the offense.
Kyrie Irving's checked in for the Mavericks. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
Dallas moving the ball around. Washington kicks to Thompson. Here's the 3. Kessler with the rebound.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Collins. Well, while we have a second, let's show you the list of players who put up the most points last year. Number 1, Luka Doncic.
And he's not going to forget that season anytime soon. And it's safe to say neither will anyone who watched him.
Dallas has gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. 6 of 13. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Doncic against George. Pass to Markkanen. Outside, George. Markkanen sets the pick for George. It's rebounded by Dallas. From the high post. No good from Irving.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. George, that's a 2-pointer. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. George has got his first points of the night. Moving against Sexton. Offered a screen on Sexton. Out to Thompson. This one for 3. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. Doncic has got 4 assists now tonight. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one.
That's the end of the
Utah up front, leading by just one. We're back after this from American Airlines Center.
27.
It is a wonderful night for basketball and a wonderful time to get a quick, wonderful rundown of how the wonderful West looks early on in this wonderful season. Is that too many wonderfuls?
No, you're wonderful.
You got to be feeling pretty good if you're one of the teams at the top of your conference.
It's a huge confidence boost. Let you know that they're doing the right thing right now.
As if you ever needed a confidence boost. You always think you're doing everything right.
Well, oh my gosh, look, who's talking? Are you serious? Ernie, you hear this?
I'm not talking about me, I'm talking about you.
I tuned out a long time ago. And let's review how things are going for the Jazz. They find themselves in a tight one here at the half.
When you look at how they're getting their points, a good portion come from inside. They're going right at the defense.
I like the aggressiveness. Don't lose steam in the second half.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast. You have to like what we're seeing from Spencer Dinwiddie.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
Utah leading. Big man on the floor for him. It'll be Washington Gafford. Irving on the wing along with Thompson. And it's Doncic in at the point guard. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Jason Kidd. Collins setting the pick for Sexton. That one good for 2. Sexton's got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for the Jazz. Thompson outside. Back to Doncic for the tie. He can't get that one to fall. And now Utah, fast break. Here's Sexton. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Sexton's got 9. And awards now have a minimum amount of games needed to qualify. An interesting twist in this whole story.
Yeah, and it seems logical because of the uproar from the fans and the media that they implement this. And how can you be that impactful in reality, though, if you only play half the year? And another miss, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Markkanen finds George. Here's Kessler. And here is Markkanen. He's covered by Thompson. Clock at 4. Sexton for 3. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Solid from deep. Sexton is a guy you want taking those.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Doncic passes to Thompson. Irving looking for an opening. Over Sexton. And with that, the Utah lead is cut down to just 6 points and the bucket from Irving.
And you must be up on Kyrie at all times, or this is what he'll do to you.
And Will Hardy is called timeout. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy.
Get loud, fans, on the court, your hot squad. Who wants a t-shirt? You know what to do.
And now, here's the 2K leaderboard with the teams that last season scored the most second-chance points in the NBA. The Jazz, number 1.
Yeah, that was a huge factor for them a season ago. Their ability to attack the offensive glass and then convert those into second chance buckets. I mean, no one did it better.
Now, here's George. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Collins setting the pick for Sexton. And the Jazz, another three.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Mavericks trail by 9. Colin Sexton is 6'3". He has the frame of a point guard, clearly. But damn, his game is putting up points, and he can do it in a hurry.
Yeah, and Kevin, look, he's done it pretty efficiently in recent years. We have a lot of point guards in the league who are primarily scorers. And Sexton, though, you've also got to give him credit. He's made great strides as a playmaker.
He has indeed. And here is Markkanen. After Luka Doncic hitting the three. Just 5 to shoot. Here's George going inside. Kyrie Irving grabs the miss.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
The three for Doncic. The rebound by the Jazz. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Markkanen kicks to George. It's rebounded by Doncic. Doncic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. In the corner, Irving with it. Sexton grabs the board.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
And finished off by Collins.
I'm sure his teammates love having a guy like Collins on the receiving end of those alley-oops. As fun an assist as you'll get.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Doncic passes to Washington. Back to Doncic. Gafford is screen on George. Here's Doncic. Pass to Gafford. Over Kessler. Gafford misses.
Nice work defensively to contest that shot right at the rim. Nothing easy.
And checking out some numbers for Irving. Last season, he played outstanding. 7th in free throw percentage. And he was also among the top 20 in steals. That ability is more unique than folks realize. Very valuable defensively.
And again, you gotta love his commitment to excellence. He owns the free throw line. It's truly an impact part of his game. And the first one at the line is good.
Just so many things Markkanen can do to help your team on both sides.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. Marshall comes in for Washington. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Kyrie Irving. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. And Stan, we seem to be in the midst of a big man renaissance in the NBA. I love it. So that being said, which of these big stars do you like the most?
Well, that's a tough question because there's so much talent and they're all different. You've got Embiid, who is unstoppable offensively. You've got Wembanyama with his combination of size and length, skill and agility. You've got guys who can shoot the ball. But the guy that combines the most of those things that I would take, Nikola Jokic.
Yep, that one goes. Clarkson's got the lead up to 9 now for the Jazz.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Doncic left side. Puts one up for 19. Count it. Doncic has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And we're so used to Doncic operating with the ball in his hands, but it's good to see him mix it up and work off the catch.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. The Mavericks at last season's trade deadline added length by acquiring Daniel Gafford and P.J. Washington. Coach Jason Kidd says they help on both ends. Gafford has the ability to roll, has great hands. P.J. can put the ball on the floor and guard 1 through 5. And then defensively, they both bring physicality. Kevin?
David, there is an argument to be made. That was one of the best trades at midseason this league has seen in a very long time. Now, here's Markkanen. After Luka Doncic's miss. Here now is Dinwiddie. He's got 9. Doncic feeling it out. Doncic with this strong move inside.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
Fires from way outside. It's not going to go for him. Colin Sexton, you can tell he's feeling it tonight. And, guys, has been the driving force for Utah. He's been a major threat from three-point range. Got 2 of them to fall in that quarter. And we'll be back with you shortly. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great pass.
3 tenths quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. So on the floor for Utah. Collier out there with Jordan Clarkson. Then it's Williams. Then there's Drew Eubanks. And it's Sensabaugh in at the small forward. And finished off by Lively.
Given his shooting ability, Irving presents a ton of problems in the pick and roll.
Utah leading by 3. Here's Collier. To the inside. Here's Eubanks. That misses off the backboard. Mavericks shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one.
As dynamic with the ball as anyone in the league. Kyrie there earning a trip to the line.
The first one falls.
And Irving is one of the most gifted players we've ever seen. I mean, who still continues to play at a high level.
Mikhailuk's checked in for Collier. Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
Inside, knocks it loose. Here's Clarkson. Dinwiddie with the rebound. The Mavericks trailing. Grimes passes to Washington. And here's Irving. Now here's Dinwiddie. Good on the shot.
In a long combo guard, Dinwiddie can use that 6'5" height inside like a bigger player.
A little over a minute of the 4th quarter gone right now. Here's Mikhailuk. Here's Clarkson. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts. Game winding down, and they just keep changing leads.
And guys, no separation yet, and I really don't think we're going to see any all the way down.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Off target on the 15-footer. Here's Mikhailuk, covered by Irving. Clarkson passes to Mikhailuk. Washington against Williams. Over Washington. And Lively pulls it down.
Well, when you get that kind of look inside, you have to capitalize.
Grimes passes to Lively. Outside Irving. Dinwiddie kicks to Irving. 4 on the clock. Launches a 3. Drills it from outside. Irving's got the lead up to 2 now for the Mavs.
And Irving can change the course of a game with his ability to shoot the 3.
And Will Hardy calls timeout here. wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intense.
It's your D-Town crew.
So Utah ends up going with a new group. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Hey guys, now during that break, Will Hardy with some good words for his team. With the game in the balance, coach was calm in the huddle. His main message, execution. Told his team to make sure to remember what they talked about during shoot-around. We've got a great ending in store, guys.
Okay, David, thanks. Collins, good.
Well, when the jumper is falling for Collins, it's a good sign for this offense.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the Mavericks. Pass to Washington. Down low. Gafford gets to Irving. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Doncic, no good.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Now, here's Collins. After Luka Doncic's miss, lock at 6. Here's Sexton. Rebounded by Gafford. Gafford's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And here's Doncic from the arc. Another 3 for Dallas.
Well, this is what he does. A proven scorer in the clutch.
Jazz trail by 3. Outside, Markkanen. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the 4th.
Well, they needed someone to step up there, and it's Markkanen who answers the call.
Pass to Washington. And oh, here we go with George. Nobody back. Up and in on the layup. And the Jazz lead by 1.
Well, check out George showing up in the big moment, showing how ready he is to be that guy.
Doncic with it. We've got 1:55 left to play in the final quarter. Thompson inside the line. Utah with the rebound. Kessler's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. There's the lob to Markkanen. Stolen by Washington. Dallas has gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the 4th quarter. For this screen on George. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Gafford passes to Doncic. Doncic very comfortable down low.
How about the poise from Doncic right there? He ups the ante when it's a critical possession here in the game.
Markkanen a screen on Doncic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Knocks down the 3 ball.
And developing that 3-ball shot, George is putting in the work now.
George against Doncic. 3-pointer. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Outside, George. Up top, Markkanen. He's covered by Thompson. Markkanen sets the pick for George. Connects from downtown.
Well, this is why George's coaches encourage him to keep shooting from deep, because they know he's only going to get better.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. What do you think Coach's focus is going to be here?
And they need to use as little time as possible here. If they can get a bucket before the clock hits 24 seconds, they can try for a stop on the next possession. If there's less than 24, then they'll have to foul.
.34 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And Doncic throws it down.
Incredible. Doncic decides he wants to take over, and that's his personality. He comes up with the goods on that one.
On offense, here are the Jazz. I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Three-pointer, Markkanen. Mavericks with the rebound.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
Absolutely need a three here.
Shoots it. Good! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one. 8 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
Eight seconds left to play here in the fourth. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. George. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2. And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
That was a giant trip to the line.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. Any ideas on strategy being discussed right now in that huddle?
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
Yeah, the clock is their enemy and they know it. We'll see if they go for the tie or try and get a quick.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
P.J. Washington. First personal foul. Third team foul. George. 2 shots.
It's the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
And that'll just about do it. Coming through at the line in a big spot.
And so it's Utah with the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And that about wraps it up. So for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Keontae George.